Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Blitz coming, Lamar. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got him. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Brings it in at the 12. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. And after making a catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. Working quickly here.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down. Here's Baker. That's complete. Mike Evans. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure really got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
180! Stop!
Throwing again is Baker. He beams one deep right side. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down. Now, I partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
180!
Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. And they can't connect on the third down. Deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Baker throwing again. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. He dodged the tackle. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have second and pretty long here. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Brought in. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the second. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
The give to Irving to start this drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Alert!
Baker now from the gun. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Running back sent in motion. Third down. Here's Mayfield. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a third and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost him about a yard. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Pistol snap to Jackson. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with the high percentage make.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
It's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Scott Evans once again. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
From the red zone on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
180. Pistol.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Mayfield to throw again. Hits his running back. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Motioning right is Egbuka. Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, Jackson. And the Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you've got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
This is caught inside the 15. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Offense up to the line fast. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. One final shot before the half. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Play it right. 180. Done.
He'll throw it. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Bucs to the line. First and 10.
King! 180!
Mayfield now from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On the 24 once again, it's second and 10.
Alert! Watch out!
Mayfield will look to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Brought in left side by Godwin. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Dose of the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down throw here. Mayfield. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Once more, it's Mayfield. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. And I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Throwing again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game.
Buccaneers 14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
They send a man in motion. Looking to throw. Trying for Evans, but it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. Turnover on down.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Free inside the 30. He does it, touchdown Baltimore. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the upright. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game.
Ravens 24. Buccaneers 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Tucker now on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. He's got room to roam. Racing down the left side. To the 10. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Coughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game.
Buccaneers 21.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
It's a
It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down, and they go right back to it. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. This one's to Andrews out right. The Buccaneers pick it up. And they're able to add some extra yards onto the turnover too, Brock, as this defense steals away possession.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Irvin here from the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, but very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
180.
To throw is Mayfield. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. He's back to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, this offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. That's brought in downfield by Otten. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a fourth quarter lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets him on the quick hitter. And we'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Henry on the option. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Andrews with the catch. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. 5 still to go here. This is second down. From the pistol, Henry. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To throw. Short pass brought in. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't lightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. They're just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at 4. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Foreman setting up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Buying some time right. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Now to throw. Makes the catch. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be 4th and about a yard to go.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Looking to throw it. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. Just like that.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. All right, now there's the timeout. So seemingly down to their final breath, they get the big play, Brock, and now a field goal forces overtime.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And in the final moments, they force overtime. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime.
Tyler Luke to kick
And
off
hopefully
for
this
Baltimore.
conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Bucs have the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Run.
Baker now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Sticking in the air, here's Mayfield. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game.
Well, we're watching a defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception yet another one count.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Lamar now from the gun. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Jackson now on 3rd. Gets him on the in route. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he runs it in for the touchdown. Start the celebration, baby. They win it in overtime. It all came down to the situation they hoped for. Brock, ball in their QB's hands or a chance to win it. He came through when it mattered most.
And all you really do and hope for in that moment, and when it arrives, is you got the right man under center for the job. And in this moment, he was that dude.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.